Hey, it's Tamara from the Buzzworthy blog. We're here with David Cook. You want to say hi?
Hello.
And we're here to have David answer the fan questions that you submitted. So first of all, everyone wanted to know, David, which is your favorite song on your new album?
Wow. How's this for a PC answer? I don't have one favorite, but I do have 12.
Any standouts or sort of favorites?
Well, obviously, I'm really happy with the single "Light On." I think it's a nice median value for the record. And it really represents, I think, a lot of different aspects of the record for me. So, definitely "Light On." Definitely "Permanent." It's one of the last songs on the record, and one of the last songs we wrote for the record, and just kind of has a personal meaning for me. And it was just a very kind of cornerstone moment in the recording process. So, and then Barbasol. I think Barbasol is probably the heaviest song we have on the record, and it's. I think it's got some guts to it, which I really like.
The next question everyone wanted to know was: does your band have an actual name yet?
We actually tried to name the band when we were leading up to putting the record out, and we're not able to come across anything that hadn't already been taken. So we are still working out naming a band, but it is definitely something I would like to do down the road.
So what should people call the band right now?
Those guys making David Cook look good is what you should call the band right now.
Good answer. Everyone wants to know, will we ever get to hear you play any of your Analog Heart stuff live? And people want to know, this is very, very PC of them, speaking of PC, Rick, will they ever have a chance to buy it legally?
Analog Heart was an amazing part of my musical upbringing. It was my first foray into kind of doing music on my own, and to kind of see how it's been received both before Idol and after and during is massive. So first off, thank you. Second off, I imagine we'll probably throw it in from time to time in the live show, and I have learned, as far as releasing it, I've learned to never say never, but as of right now, there are no plans.
Okay. And everyone also wanted to know, give us an update on your plans to get a dog.
Much to my manager's chagrin, I am literally this close to getting a little Scotty and naming him Dublin. Quagmire, the Great Dane that I've been talking about for a while, is another story. I'll probably have to wait until I settle down a little bit. He's a dog like Quagmire would not be so easy to travel with.
Have to have his own tour bus.
Right. And I don't have that kind of skrill. So.
Okay, so let's get into your specific fan questions.
Okay.
A fan named Emojin PH wanted to know what transpired when you first met Rob Cavallo, and how did you come to work with him?
Okay. What transpired when I first met Rob? We had a
relationship.
Right. Well, we had a little bit of a breakfast meeting at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I think early June, right after the finale, and he came in just with all the bravado that you would expect from somebody of his stature, and we kind of immediately hit it off. I think he's an amazing rock record producer, and moreover, in talking to him, I really got the vibe that he's just a stand-up guy and says what he means and means what he says, and going into a process like this, I didn't want to blow smoke. I didn't want somebody that was going to tell me everything was okay when it wasn't, and vice versa. So. Rob was just kind of the obvious choice for me, and I think in working with him, the proof is in the pudding. I feel like we, in concert, kind of managed to put together a really great record. So I'm excited to put it out into the public and have everybody rip it apart.
WN Olivia said, we know that a lot of your favorite bands and singers have their roots in the early to the mid 90s, but what newer music is on your iPod?
Some of the newer stuff I'm into, I definitely love the last couple of Avenged Sevenfold records. I love MIA's Single Paper Planes. I love some of the stuff Katy Perry's come out with. Really, it's cool. I feel like both as somebody who's kind of involved with it and somebody who's literally just a fan of music, I see I can see this area of time as being very important to the musical movement. There's no longer a formula to make it. Somebody that's in a band in Butte, Montana has just as good a shot as somebody who lives in LA and plays 6 nights a week because of things like MySpace and the internet. And I think to that end, there's just a lot of great music coming out. So it's hard to name everything, but I definitely feel like I've only kind of skimmed the surface of what's out right now.
Lady in Search said your lyrics are
quite a name, Lady in Search.
Wait till you hear some of the next. We've scanned them. There's no worry. Check them out. Your lyrics are always so poetic. Do you have a favorite poet or poets?
I actually right now I'm reading Bukowski, which the Van Zandt, Stevie Van Zandt and his wife Maureen were kind enough to give me a book of Bukowski poetry last time I was in New York. So I've been kind of reading that. Primarily, though, I read a lot of prose. I read a lot of books and usually pull inspiration from that. So I'm reading 2 books right now. I'm reading Invisible Monsters from Chuck Palahniuk, my favorite author, and I'm actually reading A.J. Jacobs' Living Biblically, where I think it's a cool premise. He lived the Bible as literally as possible for a year. So I think I pull more inspiration probably from the everyday as opposed to the epic, and so I'm glad to hear that it's coming across the right way. So thank you.